Good evening, everybody. It's an hour later for us here in New Zealand, 8:05 p.m. We are getting ready for the Pumas and the Wallabies. Final game for both of these teams, the Rugby Championship, first part of the two games today. How is everybody doing? I can see David has been here for a minute asking if Cameron's been on the grog. James says New Zealand by 15. That's for the next game. Hollywood's up very early in Canada, says TSM was wrong. Need to sleep now and get up at 5 to see New Zealand versus the Boxing in 3 hours. I guess they got the listings around the wrong way. Dave said, did the Pumas drop the boys who broke their COVID bubble? Those guys were made ineligible to play as far as I am aware, mate. So, yeah, not available as a neutral. There's David. Good to see the Aussies putting in some good performances. Absolutely. This little renaissance they've got is going good. Johan is here, mate. Good morning. Good afternoon. James, man, good morning. Anthony, how's it going? Let's hope for an improved New Zealand performance. We're 5 from 5, so we're doing all right. So I'm supporting the Wallabies. Johan, I wore Pumas for the live stream last week, so I figured I better even things up. Novmum says, good evening all. I will tell you, removing wallpaper is tedious. I can't say I've removed wallpaper for ages, but yeah, my place doesn't have any wallpaper. It's all paint. Happy days. How's everybody doing? Who are you picking for this one? We've got the anthems are about to get underway, starting with the Wallabies one. I think technically this one is the Pumas home game, I believe. Nice Food says, Vamos Pumas. Be nice to see them get a win, to be honest, but I'm also quite enjoying the Wallabies doing well, like David said. Jules says, thought the match was sold out. I think they had to reduce the capacity with some COVID cases in Queensland, so they were allowed to go to 75% capacity. So some people are probably going to rock on up for the next game, I would imagine, as well. New Zealand couldn't catch a cold last week. Yep. They were pretty poor with the old handling errors. That is true. My team wanted new wallpaper. Thankfully, we already have some. You're very accommodating. I'll say that much. I sure win by 30 as long as Gordon stays off the field. Oh, he's going to get on. 65 minutes? What do you reckon? Oh, this is going for 4-0. Yeah, 4 in the trot. That's true. Absolutely. Pumas made a number of changes. They did have to make some. Indeed. LRR, mate, good evening. Long time no see. How's it going? Geez, I can't see this one being close as the Pumas preparations have been in disarray with players being sent home. Maybe it's just the spark they need, mate. Maybe it'll kind of, put their backs up against the wall. So, yeah. Long intro. Yeah, they're still doing the anthems, man. They are still doing the anthems, Ray. Can't see anything other than a big Aussie win. That's what we said last year when the Pumas beat the All Blacks, but you never know. Just going on mascots, a Puma should be able to dispose of a Wallaby pretty easily. Yeah, I guess the Wallabies should be eating the silver fern by that token. That's true. The evening, JP, man. How's it going? Fergus says we've got to love the Argentina national anthem. It's got a long musical bit at the start, which is a bit different. It takes a wee while to get into the actual singing. It's a bit different. Time for some bloody rugby. Don't forget to boom for the like button, JP. Indeed, I've already got Gazza set up with a halftime. He says he's going to send me something at halftime, so we will see. We will see. Alarm reckons it's going to be closer. It might be indeed. Summary of the team changes. Hanjo Matera is out because of the COVID thing, so he is replaced by Bruni at number 8. Medrano has been replaced by Pierretto, so they got the 2 reserve props starting this week for the Pumas. For the Aussies, they've brought in McMahon on the bench. They've rotated the locks again, but still just like one guy jumps up to the bench, one guy will up from the bench, and one guy jumps down and whatnot. So, yeah. Cannot wait for bloody halftime, JP. I know, mate. You and me both. Just as a little public service announcement, I'm not going to do a live stream for the next one. I'm still going to watch it, but I'm not going to stream it. I'm getting old. The rigors of 2 live streams in a row with the game being an hour later. I'm just going to do this one. It's on at a more reasonable hour. The next one doesn't start till 11, so I'll be going till 1. Last couple of weeks, I've been knackered going through the second one, so I'm going to cop out, basically. But, yeah. K-Fry on the way on a night of footy. Ham. Sounds like a pretty good way to live, man. I've got a beer. We're about to have kickoff. I might see if I can get this going on my phone. I'll just leave it on TV. It's fine. Sleepy boy. I'm getting old, JP, mate. I'm getting old. John, Bad Plenty by 1. I'm having a laugh. What was the score? I didn't even see the score. I've had kickoff on my one, by the way, folks. I'm 5 seconds in. Argentina against Australia. We are underway. No worries, Hanjo, mate. That was just the stuff off the top of my head. There were more, but that's the kind of some of the main ones anyway. Hoping for a Wallabies win, but hard to say with lost Pumas. Yeah, watching this while in quarantine. So this has lifted your mood. Daramundi, I've been in quarantine for, well, when I say quarantine, we've been in lockdown 6 or 7 weeks now. So with the kids as well. Maybe that's part of the reason I need the rest, eh? There you go. Did I see Bristol Bath? Unbelievable. I did, JP. I did watch it this morning. Bonkers game. Absolutely bonkers. 2 yellow cards for Bath. What are they doing to me? Happy birthday, Safa. Whose birthday is it? My birthday is next week. You're not talking to me, are you? You can't have known that. 33, 32 to be plenty. Are you kidding, John? That's unbelievable. I picked Northland to lose, though, and they won. So sometimes the same thing, like broken clock, wrong twice a day, mate. Oh, it's Hugo's birthday. You are 3 days ahead of me, mate. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Sorry, I missed that, David. I was thinking, damn, how did you know it was my birthday? I don't tell many people it's my birthday. I don't have my birthday on Facebook because then you just get messages from people once a year. What am I doing for my birthday? We'll still be in lockdown, so I'll probably buy a cake. Don't know. I want to get a board game because I've got one board game which is kind of age appropriate for the kids, and it's a real time killer, and I can spend time with them without having to, I don't know. I can kind of, it's like lazy play for parents, board games. So I might get a board game and just play board games with the kids. Right, if you're watching the game, we're 2 minutes in, and Argentina have opted for a penalty early, which seems wise because they've not been able to score many tries in this competition. Did I see Connacht versus the Bulls, James? I didn't see it, but I did see the result. I opted to watch Scarlets and the Lions instead because I watched Connacht last week. Settlers of Catan, the best board game. I think my kids who are 3 and 5 may be a bit young for that. So I'm thinking like Candyland or something dumb. Argentina have missed the penalty I mentioned. So that's a bit of a let off for the Wallabies. Morning, Victoria. How's it going? As long as it doesn't become a board game, JP. I see what you did there. I see what you did. My daughter is the one who seems to not want to play too much when it gets. Why don't I put this the other way around to match the one on the TV? She's the one who wants to quit when she's losing. My son's not too bad. He doesn't mind. He's a bit more patient. There we go. Get Lego. James, my kids have got a wee bit of Lego, but they don't play with it a lot. A bit, sometimes, but not a lot. So, yeah. Uno is good for little kids. Okay, maybe I can go Uno. My daughter knows her numbers and her letters, so she should be able to make sense of it. Maybe Game of Life. Game of life for my 3-year-old might be a little bit too much when I ask her if she wants to go to university or if she just wants to get a trade or if she wants to get some status symbols. But it is a good game, I admit. Snakes and Ladders. We have a copy of Snakes and Ladders, which came with a packet of Tiny Teddy's biscuits. Yeah. So I want something slightly different from Snakes and Ladders. I get pissed off with Snakes and Ladders, to be honest. Don't play Monopoly. Yeah, Monopoly, again, 3-year-old, but also, I've played Monopoly with people and gotten pretty mad as well. Playing cards, counting and maths. Yeah, I suppose. Uno is maybe a good idea because it's got nice colors, eh? I think if I just use playing cards, my kids will get obsessed with like what the king looks like or the queen or something. My daughter likes playing Uno. Okay, maybe I'll go with Uno. Hungry Hippos is a favorite. All right. Hungry Hippos as well. Chess, maybe checkers or drafts for my kids might work. Although I figured out recently I've been playing drafts wrong. I didn't realize you have to jump someone in drafts if they get near you. I didn't know that was a thing. The Bulls need their Bok players back. The Bulls are struggling a little bit in the URC. It's true. They're none from 2. Chinese checkers. I actually have Chinese checkers here at home, but I'm missing one of the checkers, which is frustrating. It's from my childhood. I pilfered it from my parents' house a few years ago because I found it in the cupboard. Oh, Cooper's shanked on as well. So both sides have missed penalties in the rugby that's on as we talk about board games. Something's on. At the moment, the goal kickers are not on. Kia ora, James, man. How's it going? Smash the like, exactly. My nana had a kid's version of Monopoly when we were little. Monopoly Junior. Teach them capitalism at a young age, eh? The warehouse has got Candyland for like $15, and that seems like a game where you literally just pull a card and do what it says. Like there's very little thought required. So maybe that. Maybe Guess Who? Guess Who's a pretty fun one. Connect 4? I don't know. Kia ora, April 2. Yeah, James, instead of gardening, we've been talking about board games because somebody asked what I'm planning to buy for my birthday, and I'm literally thinking of buying a board game. How was that Ford Pass not called? Bloody hell, that was Miles Ford. Yeah, because it's a good way to kind of both play with and be lazy with the kids. There you go. The Wallabies been knocked it on anyway. Guess Who, right, Victoria? It's good, man. Manjita, man, how's it going? Jonathan, how's it? Connacht away is a tough place to go for teams outside Ireland. Galway, yeah, apparently. Seems to mess teams up a bit. How did they not pick up that pass? That was Miles Ford. Guess Who and Connect 4 sound good for kids? Yeah. I said to my wife the other day that I could play Connect 4 with the kids, but they would never win because I would destroy them. And she said, even she can't beat me at Connect 4. So there you go. Says a lot. Kaplunk. I don't know that I've ever played Kaplunk. April Tui. Any board game recommendations? Can't be lazy in New Zealand because everyone's doing something in New Zealand. That's not true. Plenty of lazy people in New Zealand. Buckaroo and Jenga. Jenga is another one that could be fun, actually. You know, you're watching Southern Hemisphere rugby when that pass doesn't get called. That one was pretty brutal. Play Cards Against Humanity with your kids. To be honest, I've never even played that with any adults, but that's a rather well-known game, isn't it? The refs and the rules in the USC are so different and weird. It may take the South African teams, mate, a little while to adjust to the USC. That's true. Cluedo or Scrabble? Bro, Scrabble, I would destroy them. Bust out like Zephyr. What do you mean you don't know what a Zephyr is, son? Cluedo, yeah, probably a bit young. Is it true that they don't actually kill people in the new Cluedo? I'm not sure. I'm sure someone told me about the new Cluedo and they've changed it from being a murder or something different. Liam invented a board game. Chaos versus Order. Sounds like a Dungeons and Dragons thing, but the board broke long ago. Oh, you love playing cards. Yeah, maybe something with playing cards. Maybe Uno is just a nice, simple one. Like Victoria said, it's just kind of like last card. Right, the Wallabies have finally got on the board. It was a scrum penalty. This one has gone over, so it is 3 points to 0. Do you know the game 30 seconds? Is that where you drop food on the floor and you eat it and you say it was within 30 seconds and it's still good? That's probably not really a game, is it? That's just a bad habit. Game time, Novmum. I'm at 10 minutes now. I'm just going through the TV, so I'm probably miles behind, but people have been pretty good with spoilers, so that's all good. Jimmy Bob, good morning. It looks like a curtain raiser. It is kind of a curtain raiser, I guess. But there's just as much on the line with this game as the next one, so I don't know. Mousetrap. Mousetrap, I know about Mousetrap. I've never played it, but don't those things always break? The linesman just almost dropped his flag. What a save. He totally lost control of it, but then caught it again. 40 seconds behind you. Maybe I should switch to the phone. If there's a big break later, I'll switch to the phone. It's usually not so bad as the app on the TV, which is horrendous. A minute behind Supersport. Bloody hell. Pumas are in touch. Will I watch the Munster game, James? I'll see what games are on. I've been using BBC Two, TG. Is it TG4, the Irish language channel? And RTE. Basically, whatever games are on there are the ones that I'll watch because they're free, and I don't want to pay Spark Sport $25 a month because I'm stingy. TG4, that's the one. PC might be faster with the refresh, mate. You might be right, but my PC, my little laptop I'm on, tends to do poorly if I make it do two things at once. So I've got you guys on the laptop, and I'll leave it that way because otherwise it'll probably cark itself. And every now and again, it just crashes and dies. So I don't want to risk it. Usually when I'm making it do too much stuff. Pataya with the big kick. Apparently, Pataya wants to play fullback, so he'll need to work on his kick, and that one wasn't the best. Once the game's on RTE, James, then I probably will end up watching it, to be honest. Come on, Hodgie, show us what that big boot of yours. There it goes. Not bad. Boffelli's got a big one as well. He'll return it. Someone asked if the game is interesting. It's 3-0 at the moment. It's still pretty tentative. Both sides have had a bit of ball, bit of force back at the moment, or kick tennis, whatever you want to call it. Tactical kicking. Kelloway's one was decent. Maroney's going to put one in. He kicks it to Pataya. It looks like Pataya from here. It is Pataya. It's on the wrong wing. Cooper's going to have a crack at a 50-22. Out on the full, surely. Well, it's not a 50-22 though, because I didn't make it to the 22. United Rugby Championship streaming service is so very expensive. The way how the price watching the games, all full games are not on Spark. It will cost you like 37. Not justified. Simon, I completely agree. The games on Spark Sport for $25 a month, or the URC TV games, don't really justify the price. I'm kind of happy to stick to my VPN and watch via the Irish and UK's free streaming services. I'll just have less choice as to what game I watched. Featherston hopes the RGs beat the Wallabies. I admit, man, it would be nice to see them get a win because they're none from 5. And that's ugly for anybody. Simon, you've got Spark, so you got other sports. Yeah. I don't watch anything else on Spark, so $25 a month just for the URC games when they don't show all the URC games is not worth the price. If they showed all of the URC games, I may think about it. But they do not. They only show half of them, which is kind of weird. Buffelli grabbing his head is not a good look, especially as his head wasn't touched. Yeah, a little bit of simulation there, Alaran, mate, I believe. Hodge looks like a dad playing club rugby. Honestly, Hodge is faster than he looks, but he takes a good few steps to actually get up to pace. When he actually gets a head of steam up, he's pretty quick. He's pretty ungainly, but he's pretty quick. He's not like some other guys who can just kind of, they've got that initial acceleration and then you can actually run them down. Hodge is kind of the other way around. No one likes to see a team get the wooden spoon. They've gotten it most years in the Rugby Championship, have the Argentinians, unfortunately. Has Carreras just gone for a droppy? But he's missed it. Other teams getting the wooden spoon, David, is generally preferable. Yeah, I agree with that. Long kick, but wow, that's a really bad effort. That was from the goal line dropout as well, so that seems to be one of those tactics people are working on. Did you give a message about the USA, Uruguay being on YouTube tomorrow? Can you explain to me again, Simon? I was going to reply to you, but I've been pretty flat out with the kids. I did see it. So they are showing the game on YouTube. Is that right? Six Nations or the Rugby Championship. I like both, James, mate, but they're certainly different. The Six Nations games has that kind of, you only get one crack at each team, which I quite like. Oh man, Willie boy, how is it going? Game clock, I am at 17:25. I'm probably well behind everyone else. Anywhere outside of South America or America. Okay. That's good. I will endeavor to watch it. What about Canada, Chile? Is the wooden spoon a thing in the championship? Yeah, we definitely talk about the wooden spoon. The thing about the Six Nations is it's not one team dominated like the Rugby Championship. James, I do agree. I honestly think if the Rugby Championship you only played teams once, you would see more variety in the winners. Obviously, that's not possible for a team, or it's only got 4 teams in it. But like in World Cup years, when it's a bit shorter, New Zealand, I think we've dropped at least 1 or 2. I would say our success rate in World Cup years is lower. Because if you have to beat New Zealand in New Zealand to win the Rugby Championship in a deciding match, like it's pretty tough. Like for the Springboks to beat us in South Africa is one thing, and then to come here, I know they've done it, but it's not often that New Zealand lose here. I could imagine a competition where it's like Fiji and Japan included, and you only play each other once. But yeah, anyway, I'm just rambling. Sinbin, mate, expecting much the same as last week, maybe a few more points. Again, boys against the Box and make the rest of your day awesome. We'll see how things go. There's still heaps of rugby on. This game's only had 3 points in it, man. Nobody's really looked like scoring a try. Carreras has had a droppy. There's been a fair bit of kicking. Tupou passed the ball into touch just earlier. Bit of a long stoppage. Only place I could find the Canada game not on Premier Sports is delayed coverage on the Free Sport channel in the UK. Yeah, that's the one I used. I used Free Sport in the UK to watch the USA-Canada game the first time, mate. But they didn't have it on there the second game, so I had to use Flow Sports. So, yeah. One game's far more exciting. They might have to do something with the poor crowd numbers in New Zealand. Yeah, I think one game would make it interesting, but I'm not sure how Australia and South Africa and Argentina, assuming we get back to normal home and away stuff, would. I don't know. All I know is like when the All Blacks travel away, those games always pretty much sell out. But like I've seen Argentina go to like Pretoria, I think, before and not sell out, or Durban and not sell out the ground. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit of a bigger draw card to have New Zealand away. And if it's 2 games, you're always guaranteed to have New Zealand away every year. I don't know. Fiji and Japan in the Rugby Championship. Yeah. It would certainly make Argentina's life a bit easier at the moment, anyway. Playing too much against the same teams. Yeah, that's the kind of thing, Chris, about only having that one chance to play. Like England and Wales only play that once every year in the Six Nations. So it's like such a huge thing. You know, Ireland and Scotland have got that bad blood in recent times, and it's only once a year. And if you lose, you've got to wait a whole nother year. Something about that is kind of appealing. Travel is going to be an issue. Yeah, that's the thing. How do they do it? Six Nations has got the geography going for it. All right, Jez is off for his run. Take care, mate. Too few teams in the championship for one game at the moment. Exactly right, Victoria. With the 4 teams, it has to be home and away. Absolutely. How long have Argentina been on the road for? Goodness me, Felicia, I don't know. For ages, eh? For a long, long time. They don't seem to complain about it much either. Since July. Yeah, we're now in October. It's a fair chunk of time. Have a host country and play only once. They would have to figure out a good way to divvy up the coin, eh? But once travel is back, then at least if you know a year in advance, the Rugby Championship in 2025 is going to be in Argentina, you can plan for it. Like if you wanted to take a trip to South America, there's your excuse to go, right? Instead of just one game. But I don't know, that'd be a massive shift, eh? That'd be a massive change from what the current model is. When would the All Blacks play their home games? You'd only get like the kind of start of like the July games would be the only home games potentially. I don't know. Six Nations geography works really well for a round robin. That's right. Away fans can realistically travel. Yeah, exactly. Whereas a trip to Argentina for someone from New Zealand or even Australia, like that's a 20-something hour flight, right? Like that's a commitment. That's a true fan, that one. England and New Zealand need to get it sorted. Yeah, I don't know why they seem to play each other so seldom, eh? Man, this game's flying by. We're already at 22 minutes and 55 seconds. Neither side is really in the ascendancy, 3-0. Which country do you think is more hard done by with the current World Rugby comps? Teams like Italy with a tough comp, or Fiji or Japan with no comps? I think Fiji or Japan would probably bite your hand off to get into a comp. I think Japan is... They could probably get into either one they wanted to, but it's a matter of whether they want to or not. Would you join Sanzar? Bloody hell, I don't know if I'd go with Sanzar. That seems like, I don't know. Is that the kind of business you'd want to join? And then the Six Nations is kind of its own thing, right? It's owned privately by the members and their equity investor, but they might want to invite Japan, because it would certainly be a money spinner. But geographically, then it's a big jump for the Six Nations. I don't know. It's worse going from Argentina to New Zealand going into the time zone. It's tough with the jet lag. Yeah, I always found that with China. I think coming home was always worse than going to China, just the way it works with the jet lag. Greendo, man, how's it going? Boulders and steel. Chile, according to history, have struggled against Canada. Man, aren't Chile in good form at the moment? And Wallabies can't convert. They had a good opportunity there, but Pumas won the line out, getting out of jail. When did England last tour New Zealand? It has been a while. It has been a long while. We've had France, but not as long like Scotland. We haven't had for ages. (2014). Geez, that's almost 10 years. Not quite, but getting there. Paddy Wagon, man, how's it going? Aussies just can't quite crack the Pumas at the moment, eh? What a cross kick from Quaid. But the Pumas defense is still there. They're going to get another crack, though. Wallabies are not going for threes. They're going into the corner. Remember watching the 50th match between South Africa and New Zealand in 97. That's a wee while ago, mate. It's crazy we've played 50 since then, though. Uh-oh, Argentina's going to be in trouble here. No. Is it going to be the warning or is it going to be the card? That's the card. Lavanini. God, he gets so many cards, doesn't he? This one's unlucky. That's more just the team pressure, but he's the man who cops it. Oh, Lavanini. Yellow card specialist in action. I feel for him there, man. He was early, though. Too many penalties. Now it is time for the Wallabies to convert with that pressure. Flying guy's going over. If you guys watch Super Rugby, you know that guy scores a ton of tries for the Brumbies. So he's well used to crossing the whitewash. Good try. They had to score, JP. I saw it. It was a good try. They mauled it, and then he just peels off at the right moment. He knows where to go. He steps Montoya. Montoya's waiting for him. He knows it's coming. He just kind of goes inside him, and then Maroney's left with it all to do. He's not going to do it. Eight points to 0. And Cooper's still lining it up on my stream. Am I that far behind? Maybe I'll switch to the phone, eh? Where's my phone? Greendo, this is the Seabus Stadium on the Gold Coast. Right. Oh, my phone's going to be loud. Yeah, I think the phone's slightly in front of the TV. And that was a pretty shocking conversion attempt indeed. Argentina missing their New South Wales players. That's one way of putting it. Time update, I'm at 29:35 when I'm off the phone. So maybe that's faster. I don't know. Cooper's already got a citizenship now. He doesn't care if he misses. Yeah, he only kicks at 100% when his citizenship is on the line. That's true. Come on, Pumas. You need to get some points before half time. At least they're going to run down the clock a bit. Sinead's at 3:30. Okay, I'm now at 30. Sorry, you meant 30:30. I just said it wrong. 30:15 is where I'm at. So I'm a bit behind, but not as far as I was, maybe. Do the All Blacks have what it takes to get the Grand Slam? I reckon, mate. Why not? They've gone 5-0, so yeah, they're in good form. But I don't think the box will be a pushover. Big VH, man, how's it going? I've been meaning to send you a message. I wanted to ask you basically how things have been going. Long time no chat. Someone's asking rugby league trivia. I ain't going there. No idea. Don't know nothing about rugby league stuff. Goodness me, what was that? Bruni knocked it on. Bloody hell. Ledesma's losing what's left of his hair. Caught up a bit, 30 seconds behind now instead of a minute. Fair enough. Watch along for the next game, Getman. Nah, it's too late. I've done the double streams for the last couple of weeks, and I find by the end of the second one, I'm struggling. I'm getting old. So, yeah, I figured I'll do this one. The next game starts at 11 p.m. over here, so it'll be finishing at 1. So I'm just going to do the first one. I usually do 2, but being a softie this week. Don't like how Foster's been talking about the slam. Hansen would never knew that. Just adds motivation to the opposition. Maybe Fozzie's trying to motivate his team. I don't know. But yeah, it's a bit out of step. You're right. All Blacks coaches don't usually do that kind of thing. Mr. Welshman, man, how's it going? Have I seen any of the games from the URC? Mate, I watched Scarlets and the Lions. I watched it. Some good tries, man. Who's that guy? Is it Rogers? I wrote some notes, man, because I watched it. Your man Rogers is a proper quick guy. Who's your prop who scored that try? He was good. He was bloody everywhere for a while. Is it Rob Evans? Mate. Couldn't find my notes. They're in there somewhere. I don't write them in order. Would never be able to do that stream or watch along, especially when the box play the ABs. Yeah, to be honest, sometimes I feel like I do miss bits when I do the streams because I'm looking here and looking here, but sometimes I see stuff that I wouldn't have otherwise seen because people pointed out to me. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Oh, Kelloway's going to get another one. Oh my goodness, that guy's try scoring record is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Steph Evans' last try for the game. It was, man. The Lions were actually looking good for a little bit, but then Scarlett's just pulled away. Kelloway, another one. Fianga with the slick hands. It was not a no-look pass. It was kind of a side-eyes pass. Fianga knew he was there. He was slightly looking at him. What's a try? What's a try? It's not looking happy days for Mario, unfortunately. Similar now to Will Jordan. Yeah, man, he's been exceptional, hasn't he? As Coop's got the radar boot with this one. He's got that one. Citizenship application back on track. 12 points during the yellow card, man. Pretty costly. 15-0. Did I update that or did I not? No, I didn't. Try that again, Mark. Save and show. Couple of good tries for Connor. I haven't actually seen the highlights for that one, big lad, but I did see the opening try to the Bulls. I started watching it on the old Irish language channel, and then I switched to Scarlet's game because I hadn't seen Scarlets or the Lions in full last week, and I saw both the Bulls and Connor. So I figured, share the love, watch a few different teams. Looking forward to seeing Kelloway in the flesh. You're going up to Twickenham for the England-Australia game. Nice. Get behind the boys in gold, mate. A lot of Argentinian players aren't getting a rest. They're coming back to Europe, basically. Victoria, they do it tough, man. They do it tough. It's one of those ones where representing their country, they have to do it for the love. Don't think there's much in that. Aerial contest between old Cinti and Hodge, I think. What's he going to say? Dangerous play. Wasn't in a realistic position to catch the ball, but no cards, just a penalty. Okay, I can live with that. Is that a bug on the Pumas jersey? No. No, it's not. It's looking grand. Over there on the couch, on the old JP. Good news for Darwin. He just got a negative test for COVID. Darwin, I've been there. I've only had one COVID test in this pandemic, but I've been there. Me, my missus, and my 2 kids got COVID tested. My son, 5 years old, didn't really even flinch. My daughter, I had to hold her down with all my strength so she wouldn't move because she was, not keen. Lavanini's back on. They conceded 12 points in that yellow card, so pretty costly. The old JP Allard April 2. I know we've got two of yous here. Where's our man Allard? I guess it's only a two-seater, so maybe there's only room for two of yous here at a time. Get one more to do next Friday. It's a good start. Definitely a good start, man. Come on, Pumas. Get some points before halftime. Bloody hell, their handling's bad at the moment, the Pumas. They're not looking slick at all, are they? Vesta says, hope the Archers get something before halftime. Yeah, you and me both. You read my mind. Absolutely. Make room for Gaza. Man, Gaza sends me like 10 minutes of messages every day, man. Honest to goodness. Like, I think he just needs to give me a call. If he wants to send me more than like 2 minutes of messages, just pick up the phone, man. Pick up the phone. I can see you guys talking about spiders. I only have one spider story. We don't really have big spiders here in New Zealand, but I remember once as a child, I was like dusting, cleaning my room because it was disgusting. Like, it was foul. Pumas 5 meter line out. The maul has just been smashed into touch. That's great. Maul defense. Oh no, Montoya's got the ball out. As I was dusting, I felt like a sprinkle of something on my hand. I was like, oh, it's the dust that's going into the air, settling down on my hand. So I didn't really do anything. I just kept dusting because I had a TV in my room, a little 14-inch CRT TV. I was watching the TV at the same time. And the sensation of the tickling actually got stronger, and it was a freaking spider that was just like crawling along my hand. I guess I disturbed him in his little dust-filled cave of crap that I had on that shelf. So that was, I squealed big time. My parents came running to know what happened. Good times. Megs, show the game. No. Unfortunately, no. I don't own the rights to the game, so I can't show it. Did I not put like not showing the game in the title? Like, I swear I do that every time. Pumas go close. Can't quite get it down, but offside. The crowd restrictions, they're reduced to 75% capacity at the moment because there's been a wee COVID outbreak, I believe. YouTube says no. Exactly cited. YouTube says no. Sansa in particular says no. They say, no, you may not broadcast the product that we produce for free, funnily enough. Strange, eh? I don't know why they do that. Like, you have to pay for this product that they sell, but it is how it is. I have no match footage in the title. Hoorah. I'd probably get more views if I didn't put that in the title. But no. Those views would be for 5 seconds and then show the game. Come on, Pumas are like 8 meters out. Bertrand tried a wee snipe and Tupou gave him the big, nah. That's a mismatch in size, those two fellas. 5 phases, Pumas, they got advantage again. They could take a penalty straight out in front if they end up going for it, but surely got to have a throw of the dice here. Carreras, nope. God, David. A spider the size of a hand on the ceiling. Bloody hell. That's horrendous. Aussie does have big spiders. Yeah, Bertrand shouldn't be running into Tupou there. Was it a shoulder charge? Maybe. Does he wrap? His other arm does. And Tupou looks sore. Come on, Tupou. Got to salute the guys with the balls to run direct. I don't think he knew Tupou was coming at him, to be fair. And Tupou is the guy who's wincing in pain, weirdly enough. He's not rapping, yeah. The arm that makes contact stays kind of by its side, then he flings it around at the end, eh? Slow motion didn't look good. Tried to rap, but he was too slow. Yeah, I think so. The RGs are going to opt for the 3, which is probably not a bad call, man. Just get yourselves back on the board and you bring it a touch closer. I'll see if my old man's going to send me some messages, eh? That's halftime. How's the match? Meh. Probably a bit meh. Like, it's okay. The Pumas had a decent period of possession just then. The Wallabies have scored one really nice try. But yeah, there's been a bit of poor hands. There's been a bit of kind of forced back kick tennis, whatever you want to call it. So neither side's really dominated. Right. Has my dad sent me any messages? Not yet. Not yet. Big Will, man. How's it going? Good to see you, brother. Long time no see. You get asked about it. You'd be surprised, man. Every now and again, somebody's like, man, where's Big Will? I'm like, check out his Twitter. How's it going? Missed the first half. You've seen better rugby than what you just saw, but there was one try to Kelloway, of course, Kelloway, that was pretty freaking sweet. Yeah, everyone asks about Big Will. April 2, he knows. How's Quade Cooper's citizenship going? I haven't actually checked. Big Will might know. Big Will was trying to petition to get him his citizenship. Just about to have a look at the halftime stats. Let's have a look. Possession 52-48 to the Aussies, but territory 60-40 to the Pumas. Clean breaks is 3-0, so that's another concerning one for the Pumas. Victoria, I'm not going to stream the next one. Nah, I've been struggling to get through the double streams recently, so I'm just going to put all my effort into this one, which may be a bit sad if this is the best I've got, but there you go. Hey, Mark's here as well. Mark Dunphy, how's it going, sir? Anthony's asked for the trivia. We do have trivia, indeed, because I opened a beer. Where's my old man's halftime report? Maybe he's forgotten. Anthony asked for the trivia. I'm not going to stream the APs. Like, honestly, recently, maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe it's because the time of the games. But by the time I'm like halfway through the second game, I'm struggling. I'm not a young man like young Gareth Mason. What the hell is this question? All right, it is a sports question. Surfaces of most New Zealand bowling greens, this is like lawn bowls, are composed of which weed? There you go. Mark just woke up. And the other Mark says Lovelini is the most carded player in history. Johan, mate, I am from Auckland, indeed. I am an Aucklander, or aka a Jaffa. Is that my old man's message yet? Hey, here come old man's messages. Time says, pass Pullum, not according to this bottle cap. How am I finding the Premiership? Indeed, Thomas, I am finding it well. WTF not streaming the AB's game. I know, man. I can't. Something about it. I've been just getting knackered. It starts at 11 o'clock. It's not going to finish till 1 in the morning. I'll be dead on my feet, on my bum. What do you want to call it? All right, Gazamania is here. I'll play my dad's messages and see what he's got to say. Whoa, hold on.
Lineouts 5 meters.
Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let's do this again. My phone is connected to the TV. Okay, let's try that again. Big Gaza is still in lockdown. Yes. Not loud enough. Hold on a second. I'm working this out, folks. Come on, mute, you bastard. Oh, still too quiet, phone. Goodness sake. All right. I'll turn that bastard off. And then now I can fix this. We'll get there in the end, folks. Here it comes.
Yeah, well, McMurray, but scrappy. Australia deserved to lead. Piper, better than what I've seen him do in the Rugby Championship matches in the past. I think I've only seen him on one and he wasn't that great. Tonight, he's okay. He's not fantastic, but he's not below average either. He's he's technically getting everything right. Can't really criticise him too much. Mind you, he's not doing an outstanding job, but he's not doing a terrible job either. So
okay,
I'll probably give him 11.5, 12 out of 20 at the moment. He seems to be doing all right. He seems to have everything under control. He's not my favourite referee, but he's not my worst referee either. He can give you good games and bad games. You know, he's one of those guys, and then in between games. So yeah. So really,
come on.
My thing on Piper, he's doing okay.
11.5 out of 20. Yeah.
Not great.
Work that out.
Terrible. Players, don't really. I mean, it's been a bit scrappy. Kelloway, he looks all right.
He does.
Hodge looks a bit nervous at the back, but then he always shows a lot of emotion, so I don't really know how to read him. I think Kelloway was all right.
Kelloway's very good.
Yeah, Nick White's going okay. Hooper's going okay. Nobody's really let the side down.
No bloodies, eh?
Number 5, what's his name? Thomas Lavini, whatever his name is. He
Lavanini.
deserved a yellow card. He's a good player. He's better than that, but we know he has a reputation for doing that sort of stuff. He's had quite a few yellow cards and a couple of red cards in his career, so it's what we expect.
A couple has been generous.
Argentina, the hooker's going all right. I'll tell you. The first 5 is going okay. They spun it, looked dangerous a couple of times. I think the Argentinians need to spin it a bit more because
run it.
I think their backs
spin it.
Are better than what they actually think they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cooper, he's okay. He's played better. Nick White, yeah, he's always dangerous. What's his Valentini? The number 8 is all right. The hooker's all right. Yeah, it's a bit hard to judge, but I mean the right team's in the lead. I just think the Argentinians just need to get away from their forwards a bit and spin it a bit more, and I think they'll be more in the contest. Too many penalties by Piper? Not too bad at this stage. I mean,
Has he even said bloody yet?
Hold
on. Skipping ahead.
I really haven't got much else to report. I mean, nobody's been outstanding. Patai had a go. He looks all right, but he's no Corambetti. Moinga, Valentini, yep. Kelloway, they would be my pick. But there's another half to go. Oh, Simu's doing all right too.
Samu.
So we've got a little bit more to go before we hit the... there's a spider in here, Dawn.
The spider?
Big one. Bring the fly spray. Yeah, so...
there's a spider.
Yeah, so that'll be my comments. Not an outstanding game, but not a boring game. Both times, I don't know. I thought it was rugby. I still look a bit scrappy.
Oh, that's bonkers.
But we'll see how it goes. Okay, see you in the suit, and love you. Goodbye. Cheers.
He's got 2 more messages after that.
Yeah, so those are my thoughts. I hope everybody's subscribed to your channel all right and enjoying the game. It might get a bit better in the second half. We'll see how it goes. I don't think Rennie would be very happy with it, really. But I think Aussies will win all right. They'll win. They're definitely the better side. They just need to take their chances a bit more, eh? So, hello to your subscribers. Hope you have an enjoyable time at the game, whichever part of the world you're in.
There you go. He's talking to you guys now.
Gazamania's here, watching.
Gazmania.
Wait for the All Blacks and Springboks. I'll make a comment on that game. I think I'll do it now, actually. I think the All Blacks will win. They need to try and run the Springboks off their feet.
Send him more messages.
I still think it'll be a tight game. The referee might have a say in it, may not.
Oh, come on, let's go out of order.
So I think the Springboks could win, but it's certainly within the rounds of... I think the All Blacks will win, but it's certainly not within... Not the rounds of possibility that the Springboks can't win, because I still think even though they're playing pretty, 10-man, 9-man rugby, I still think they're a pretty good side because they are world champions and they deserve our respect. I think our backline is better than theirs, but I also think that they underrate their backline a bit like the Argentinians, because I think their backline's quite good.
Same comment as last week.
I think their backline's better than what they actually think it is. Have we got the best backline in the world? I don't know. We'd be pretty close. I'd be pretty close. I think we'll see a few tries tonight. We'll see some controversy for sure. But I don't want it to come down to the last kick.
Cheers, Paddy, mate. Spider. Bloody Spider, Dawn. He's got 1 more message.
So I think the All Blacks will win, but I think the Springboks will be up for the challenge as well. I think they might play I think the Springboks might play a slightly more open style of game tonight. I know the All Blacks will for sure. But I think you might see, I just don't think the Springboks will kick quite as much. I think Racine Breastmus might have had a talk to the Jack neighbours and his troops during the week. So I think they might spin the ball a bit more. Their forwards are good. Their forwards are really good. Their forwards are always good, always, ever since I've been alive. And I think their backline's underrated. I think they should use it more. A bit like England, they underrate their backline too, and they should use it more. Anyway, I'll leave you guys in the soup and enjoy the games and hope the predictions are right. Okay, love all you guys. Gazamania's gone. See ya. Cheers.
There you go. How many minutes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 minutes from old Gazamania. Cheers, Paddy, mate. Spider. That was, you guys were talking about spiders, and then he says, Dawn, there's a bloody spider. Get the fly spray. Thank you, Paddy, mate. Crazy timing. Interestingly, he told me that he doesn't kill spiders. He used to take them out. But anyway, but no bloodies. I get the feeling he's not had any beers tonight. Maybe that's the reason for the no bloodies. I get the feeling he hasn't had any beer. But there you go. That's Gaza for the for both games. He knows I'm not streaming the next one. That's why he's not given the update. But, the update from my mum is the spider wasn't actually a spider. It was a cockroach, and she sprayed it. So there you go. That's the update. Mum to the rescue, of course. So job done. Well done, Mum. I also can't wait, Darmondi, to get Gazza back here so he can actually sit with us and do a live stream. I know he's pretty keen as well. So there you go. Turn my television's volume down a bit now so I don't blast this away when I put the game back on. But yeah, there we go.
Doubleheader.
Let's go back to the TV. Thank you, phone.
The Rugby Championship of 2020.
Yeah, stop talking now, phone. Thank you. Gazza isn't afraid of bugs. They're a waste of his time and effort. So he's got other more important things to do. That's for sure, JP. That's true. I'll tell my mum well done either way. Right, second half should be not far away. Don't kill spiders. Cockroaches acceptable. I agree, Mark. I tend to not kill the old spiders because I want the spiders to kill the flies. Second half is underway. Let's see how things go. Use their backline more. In other words, run it, Cabbage Patch. You notice he coined a new term, which I don't think we've heard him say before. Spin it. He wants them to spin it. So we've got run it and tackle and now spin it. So there you go. Oh, the answer to the trivia question, which I forgot. Where the heck is that bottle cap? The weed that they use on the bowling greens was called cotula. 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 So there you go. Spin it in the soup. Yeah. Apparently in the soup is like some old saying. Argentina play with more confidence. Yeah, I think like Gazza says, they need to spin it. Boffelli's a bloody good winger, man. Get it out to him. He's a big boy. He's got gas. During the week, Ian Foster said that they have a plan for fast kicking game, and I'm excited to see what they can do. Maybe catch it, eh? I know Geordie caught more than half of the ones he was tested with last week, but yeah, I don't know. Should have known. I've never even heard of that weed. Never even heard of it. At a party, young Gazza sees a bottle in a room full of young ladies and says, "Spin it." You might well be right. All Black attack versus the box defense and kicking. Angela, you might be right, eh? It's going to be an interesting one either way. I reckon it'll be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. Keep watching up. Oh, Samu Karevi, what a try. Cabbage Patch. Is that yen? Goodness, I never knew you were. Did I know you were in Japan? I like to run it. I like to spin it. You've been watching too much Madagascar. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Likewise, the Samu Karevi try. Quade Cooper, man, what a pass, eh? What a pass. Just little soft hands, eh? And he's looking wide, so he kind of sells it that he's going to go quite wide, but he just gives a little inside ball. What a pass. He got Boffelli to just bite. Well done. Yes, in Japan, and it's bloody boiling. It's just started warming up here, actually. It's kind of spring weather, so it's been pretty nice. I've been out in the garden a fair bit, getting some sun and planting some stuff. Nothing's bloody growing yet, but we'll see how it goes. Is he going to get the kick? Leinster's new kit, James. Can't remember it. I think it was all right, wasn't it? I think it's better than Munster's one. Munster's one I wasn't too sold on when I first saw it. I preferred Munster's kit last year. Oh, Cooper's boot. Not radar accurate at the moment. So it is 20 points to 3, but they're sitting there with a bonus point. The Aussie's looking pretty sweet at the moment. He got it to his backs. He ran it and he spun it, didn't he? As you say, JP. Listen to Gaza, spin it, and good things will happen. Absolutely. Well, fingers crossed, man. If we get level 2 next week, then I can actually have Gaza over at some point. When did the Pumas join the Rugby Championship? I will say 2012. It was after a World Cup, wasn't it? Was it 2012 or 2016? 2012. Are you getting any of the new kits this season, James? Since I left my job, I've cut down on the old spending for rugby jerseys. So probably not. Probably not. I used to buy jerseys, the ones that I would buy, not get sent to me, with the reaping the rewards of a second income with YouTube money, but less so now. The Gazamania show needs to be its own show. It could be a regular segment, if I can get him over. I talked to him about it, because they used to come over every Friday, but they come over too late. They come over quite late, like 2 o'clock, and I got to pick up my son by 2:45. So not really make a cup of tea, and then we got to go. Not much time to do like a video and stuff. 2012 says Shane. Yeah, I thought 2016 seems way. No, that's not long enough. I knew it was after a World Cup. That's for sure. Where was the kicking when it was South Africa? I know, eh? Owen, crazy. He's gone off the boil. I'd love to see Gaz do a vlog. The man can talk, so I'm sure he would love to do something. Maybe I can just I don't know, either you guys give me some topics for him, or I can just go through news of the week or something. I don't know. He likes to talk, so it'll be fun for sure. There's one thing my dad's never had a problem with. It's having a yarn. The Adventures of Gaza and McMurray. There you go. Will I do a full Rugby Championship review along with the team of the championship? Probably something like that, man. Yeah. I've been kind of keeping some stats and whatnot. So, yeah. So happy to see the Boxing Day rugby is back between Leinster and Munster. I didn't even see that on the fixtures list, mate. Was that traditionally a thing? I know some of the Welsh teams were kind of peed off that the schedule doesn't have some of their traditional clashes this year. Just record and let the magic happen. Just let him talk. Is Gaza an Aussie? No. He's a Kiwi. He is a Kiwi. Cooper with the cross kick. Get it to Hooper. Cooper to Hooper. That's a match made in heaven. Kelloway chips it over for Reece Hodge. Look at the gas on Reece Hodge. I'm telling you, he's got rubbish hands. He just dropped it. But he was quick, wasn't he? He was going for it. That would have been beautiful. Yeah, I know. We had seen the Bulls become the Sunwolves of the USA. It's not that bad yet, Jean. Surely. Look at him go. Look at Reece Hodge in full flight. You can't catch it. I mean, I'm being harsh on him. That was fully outstretched, bouncing the ball, not kind, but yeah. It was a bit forward, wasn't it? The pass was lateral at best. If I can read Kelloway's lips, he just said something that rhymes with duck. Fletcher's not a fan of the Argentinian collar. Come on. It's old school. Bit of a throwback. Still not sold on Hodge. Nobody is. The Bulls look good until Connacht figured out how to defend 2 pods. Then they got smashed, says Jan. I did see the Bulls get the first try, but that's where I switched over to the Scarlets game, so I kind of missed it. The Bulls must make sure they don't lose Jake White. If they do, then there'll be no hope for the Bulls anymore. I do reckon he'll get it right, hey? Thomas says rice porridge. What? Stalio likes the collar. I don't mind the collar. I kind of dig jerseys with the big old collars on them. I don't mind. He's in Aucklander for some reason. Drinks Spates. For some reason. For trivia reasons. That's why. That's why we drink the Spates. Sami really looks the best 12 in the world at the moment. He's been bloody good, isn't he? Phillips coming on. Slippers gone off. So Angus Bell's on. Tupou still on, but yeah, 1 front row replacement. Nothing like travelling to Munster on Boxing Day for Leinster versus Munster. That sounds pretty cool. Is Quade Cooper at 0% for his goal kicker? No, he's kicked 2. He's kicked a penalty and a conversion, right? Is Tate injured or just rested? I think he's just rested because they wanted to give Jake Gordon some minutes. Oh, Nick White almost inside ball to Pete Samu, but not quite. Cooper tells them to go to the open side. They do it. Bruni's got to get out of there. Bit slow, but not penalised. Tupou never gone past it, although we've seen what passing he can do. Cooper takes it to the line. Quick ball, man. It's dangerous. It's slow ball this time. Oh, they've knocked it on. Was getting confused with the Six Nations where you need 4 tries for the bonus point. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, 3 tries more than your opposition is the one they use in the Rugby Championship, which I like because it does mean you can't take your foot off the gas and let in a couple of consolation tries at the end if you've already got the game won. But it's a bit more convoluted than just 4 tries. So again, like casual fans trying to get into the game, they've got to be sitting there going, oh, we got 4, they got 2, you know. Prediction against South Africa. I can't even remember what I picked. I picked the All Blacks, but by single digit. So something like that. Where's the best scuba diving spot in New Zealand? No idea. I've never been scuba diving in my life. Karevi is going off. He's looking a bit sore. Maybe Goat Island. Goat Island looks. I've been diving, just free diving there. It's pretty nice. Be great if Quade could step like he used to. I think he's getting a bit old, isn't he? Yeah, he's not got the same flexibility in those legs. If we run the ball, South Africa will edge it. Wait, what? All right, they're on a big stoppage, so I'm just going to go grab another beer and hopefully not knock anything over because you guys are perched pretty precariously there. They're still setting a scrum. It's been kind of a long break. Do you think Russie and Jacques will consider leaving? I don't think so. I know they talked about that in 2018 when there were a couple of matches on the bounce, but nah, I don't think so. Jacques only just starting out. He's still finding his feet. Russie's over in South Africa, so I can't see it. If they leave the boxer stuffed, yeah. They'll get it right, man. They've lost a couple of matches by small margins, and then once they got done by the Aussies, I personally don't think it's kind of all that doom and gloom just yet. I think people kind of overreact a bit. I mean, were the expectations pretty high when the world champions just coming off a Lions Tour win come into the Rugby Championship? The expectations were pretty high, and have they met them? No. But are they a crap team all of a sudden? I don't think so, but we'll kind of see how they go when they go up north as well. If you want the second bit of trivia from the... Oh, no. I think the Argentinian guy just knocked that on. No, Piper says it's backward. Second bit of trivia was, what annual event happens on the 4th July? What annual event happens on the 4th of July every year on Coney Island? Okay, so that's New York, right? Goodness me, can't read. Getting old. Jan agrees, but the rugby community's been thrashing it. People just overreact, man. It's too much. Too much. Too much drama. People need to just take a chill sometimes. Has Kelloway seriously got another bloody try? Come on. And Warriors fan and Flesh have both got it. It's the hot dog eating. Anthony's got it as well. Dylan's got it. Hot dog eating competition. If there was a try scoring competition, Kelloway would be your man for it because bloody hell, he's getting a lot of tries. I don't know what his record is at the moment. What is he up to? Like 6, 7? I don't even know. He can't stop scoring. White, Phillip, Cooper, Valtini, and then he just steps and beats a tackler. It's like that simple, man. Who misses the tackle? He just stepped inside Maroney, eh? Hey. Don't have Peter Steph or Colby yet. Those are two pretty key players. That is true. What beer do I drink more? What do I drink? Oh, I drink Spates a lot because it's cheap and it's got trivia on the caps. But I used to drink a bit of everything. I never drank kind of any one beer. Shame Colby wasn't ready for this game. Absolutely. And actually, Quaid has nailed one. So it's 27 points to 3. And surely Jock has to come on soon. Warren, mate, how's it going? I am well, thank you, mate. Rugby's on. Beer is in hand. Not literally, but it's just next to me. Life is going pretty good. The kids are asleep. Happy days. Shackle draggers. Man, David, I've never heard that term before. Roscoe Speckman should have got some time. There's a lot of guys, Jean, in that Springbok squad who probably could have got some time. Like, if you're looking at the rotation in the squads, the Springboks, I think, have had probably by far the least in this Rugby Championship. Like, Ox has got some minutes. who else is kind of outside the standard Springbok Rugby World Cup winning squad that's actually got some minutes? Did one of the Dupreas get some minutes? Not a lot, anyway. There's not been a lot. Like, I mean, Hendrickson, the halfback, got a game in a bit, like a little bit of a game. Like, there's not been a lot. Or was that the Lions, though? I can't even remember. Visa, that's good. That's, yeah, true, Jan. That's fair. Visa's gotten some definitely solid minutes in the absence of Vermeulen for sure. Fussy's got, like, what, one game? Oh, my goodness. Kelloway's just got a bloody hat trick. He's making that look stupidly easy, isn't he? That one, he was just the right man at the right time, right place, right time. Bonkers. Line out move. 1, 2, 3 passes. Ikitau at the back of the hand. That's just very good, man. Ikitau sold it with his eyes, eh? He drew two tacklers. Man. Kelloway. Kelloway is greater than George Bridge. Certainly having a better Rugby Championship. Quaid's lining up the conversions. Hope Holmes gets a run. Surely now's the time you bring on Greg Holmes, man. Come on. He can play 20 minutes. Game's in the bag. Why not, eh? Quaid. Oh, he's missed that one. He's not having his best shift with the boot. Who does Kelloway play for Super 8? The Rebels, isn't it? I think it's the Rebels. Still time for Kelloway to score another, Jason. Yeah, at this rate, he got 2 in like 5 minutes. He could score a few more. Favorite European rugby stadium? I haven't been to any of them, but the Millennium looks pretty freaking good on camera. The Aviva looks all right, but it does have that one end that's kind of small, which is always a bit weird. I know there was some residential thing with that. Twickenham looks pretty good on camera. It's hard to say, eh? If I had to pick one, it'd probably be the Principality, eh? It just looks awesome on camera. The roof can close. The people are singing. Well, Fairley actually had a decent chance here, and they managed to blow that one. How do you think the Pumas can improve from this travesty, Gorilla? Oh, man, it's tough. I mean, it doesn't help that they're playing like Carreras, who's like a 3-match guy at 10. They're missing Sanchez. They're missing a couple of their good props. I do feel like they're lacking a bit of patience, ball in hand. But, I mean, how do you coach that? Bugger that job. Croke Park was great in Dublin where they moved stadiums. It's for Gaelic sport. Yeah, I think it's an oval, right? Ovals generally aren't my preferred ones, but I have seen when they were building the Aviva, I think I've seen some games from there, and it looked pretty humping. Do I expect Kapua-Punga tonight, Sinead? Nah, I reckon it'll be Kamate. Kapua-Punga was because it was the 100th game. Where is Sanchez? He got injured, man. He got injured. This might be the worst Pumas Rugby Championship performance ever. They haven't had a single competitive game this year. They have been poor, but yeah, I think they are missing a few players. I mean, the All Blacks are missing a few players. The Box have been missing a few players. But, yeah. Stade de France Millennium, Lansdowne Road. Murrayfield, yeah, that's another one, eh? Murrayfield looks awesome. Since against the Wales B-side, the Pumas have gone off the boil. Yeah, they were actually quite good in Wales. They were bad in Romania. If you guys watched that one, they went to Romania and played pretty average rugby. Still managed to scrape by. And then they played pretty well over in Wales. But remember, Sanchez was the guy for that one. Oh, my goodness. They actually got a try. Thank God for that. Come on, Pumas. It's one of the new props. What's his name? Craig, yeah, I just saw it. That's a debut try, at least a test debut. One of these guys has apparently played for like Argentina 15 before, but that's not the same, man. He's got a bit of a baby face, that fella. He's a young one. Gallo, try on debut. Not bad. Good for him, man. That's awesome. That's a good story in itself, right? Oh, Greg Holmes is coming on. 2 field goal moments in a row. The Pumas get on the board, like with a try, and Greg Holmes gets some game time. He's older than me. When I sit here complaining about not being able to do 2 streams in a row because I'm getting on, that dude's over there playing freaking test rugby, which is not something that is done by many guys who are 38 years old, but there you go. At least the Pumas are on the board. He looks like he was born this morning, Gullo. Yeah, he's a rather young looking man. That's true. Ireland's record at the Aviva Stadium was mad under Joe Schmidt. I remember we lost there. So, yeah, seemed like a pretty tough place to go. Oh, McMahon's on as well. When did that happen? Honestly, feel-good moments all day, eh? Pumas guy gets a try on debut. Greg Holmes returns to the Wallabies. Sean McMahon's back in Wallaby gold. Freaking Kelloway gets a hat trick. There's lots to like. Carter Farms Park, true. Lots of good stadiums over in Europe, eh? There's Jesse Creel. I haven't seen him for a while. Out in Yankees. Hopefully he gets some minutes today. You're watching lead time is short tonight. That's good, Craig, man. Usually it's a couple of minutes out sometimes. Marvin Ori's over there. Visa, Marks. They're all having a good gander at the game. Argentina's next games are France, Ireland, and Italy for the November internationals. Well, they'll be underdogs in the games against everyone but Italy. Oh, imagine if they got rolled by Italy. I'd like to see Jesse Creel play more for South Africa. He's hardly played all this year. One of your favourite players. He's kind of hard at the moment in that Arm and Dale Ender have got such a good combo, eh? He can't really buy a trick. And if I had to choose a guy at 13, Arm or Creel, it'd be Arm for sure. But I also really like Jesse Creel. I kind of wish Jesse Creel had not quit being a fullback, to be fair. But there you go. They wanted him as a centre, so... Pataya is such a fragile thing. The guy does struggle to go through like however many games without getting injured, mate. That's true on the run. Absolutely. Gavin, the All Blacks game is starting in like an hour and 25 minutes. Creel's an automation, can cover half the back line, knows how to hit a gap. Yeah. I I would have thought long term he's a better prospect than Brian Stain, but I guess different roles. But yeah, Creel can play wing, fullback, midfield. He's a strong guy as well. So yeah. You and me, Jonathan, we pretty much just said exactly the same thing. So great minds think alike, I guess. Favorite Heineken Cup final, James? I haven't even seen many Heineken Cup finals, I only really started following the European club stuff in recent years. I watched, what was last year's one? The two French teams. Was it La Rochelle and Toulouse? I watched Saracens win one a couple of years ago. I watched Exeter's one. I've seen a few, but not a heck of a lot. I've only seen like maybe the last three. Want to see, says Sinead, Italy, Japan, and Fiji playing against each other. Hard to gauge how good they are when they play teams either well above them or below them. Yeah, that's actually a fair point. Likewise, Georgia, Italy, I would like to see that game. I know Italy would probably be too good for them, but they don't play each other enough. That needs to be kind of a regular rivalry, I reckon. Gallo against Holmes, the commentator said 2 generations on the field at the same time. Yeah, true. Leinster v Leicester final, hands down. I haven't seen that one for sure. Tendai's not a fan of this game. I don't mind today. There's been a few tries. Kelloway's got a hat trick. There's not a lot of tension at the moment. We need the Pumas to get some more points. Do you believe the Wallabies are that good after losing 3 on the trot against the ABs? I think, mate, what we've seen thus far is the All Blacks at the moment are better than these 3 teams. So, and the Pumas are worse. So it looks like the Wallabies in the box. Well, I mean, I guess the Wallabies had that one good win, but they're at least on a bit more of a par. But then again, the box only lost to the All Blacks by 2. I don't know. I'm just talking bollocks. I don't know. The All Blacks are 5-0. No one else is even close. So it just seems like the All Blacks are a cut above, and then I wouldn't judge the Wallabies too harshly based on that. But when they go into Europe, that'll be a good test for them to kind of see where teams are actually at, eh? Georgia and Italy have only played twice. Italy won both games. Yeah, I think, Simon, mate, that needs to be some kind of like out of competition, like rivalry. They need to play each other every year or every other year or something for some trophy. I don't know. It could be a thing. Oh, did you just say Petai got replaced with Lonergan? Most underrated player for the ABs currently. Who's our most underrated player? George Bauer, the prop, for a guy who's not got a lot of test experience, has actually come in and looked pretty solid. But he's not going to be in anyone's kind of, estimations in terms of like you're thinking about great hookers, loose heads. Tupo Vati is another guy. He doesn't seem to get a lot of minutes from the All Blacks coaches, but he's been pretty decent as well. Some of the young up-and-coming guys, I guess, eh? Averages of the Wallabies playing the All Blacks was something ridiculous like 22. Yeah, Dylan, they were missing a few guys, eh? James O'Connor was out. They didn't play Quaid. They were playing Lolosio, and he was... I mean, I think Lolosio is a good player, but he was struggling against the All Blacks, but he's not the only person to do that. Big maul from the Pumas. Come on, guys. Yeah, there's definitely two hookers on the field. Elaram was right. Fainga and Lonergan are both on the field at the same time. One of them will probably go out into the back row. And then what do? Put like Hooper out on the wing or something? Hooper in the midfield. I don't know. Where's everyone standing? Favorite Whitaker's chocolate bar. Just peanut slab, man. Oldie but a goodie. Can't beat it. Carreras. Nope. No way through there. Nice food. Yeah. Peanut slab. Absolutely. Does Wayne Purdock have a good reputation in New Zealand? Yeah, I think he left New Zealand in a pretty good way when he was coaching over here. But he's not talked about a heck of a lot. I wanted him to coach the Blues a few years ago, but no, they went and appointed who did they appoint when I wanted Pivak? Was it Leon McDonald? I think it was before that. Justin's having a peanut slab right now. Good man. Damien or Geordie at fullback, mate? Geordie. Geordie for sure. I honestly think he's the best all-round fullback we've got. He does a bit of everything. Almond. Actually, JP, you and my wife are on the same page. She likes the almond stuff. That's true. Right. Pumas. Janae told me to watch out. That's a Pumas line-out move. They spin it. They spun it, folks. They didn't drive it. They spun it. They're doing the Gaza. Did Garcia get there? Next phase. Try time. Good stuff, Pumas, man. Ending the game with a bit of a flurry. Michael Hooper has said something about it. Let's have a look here. They're going to TMO that one. They're going to check it, folks. TMO time. Never doubt Gaza spin it. Exactly. See what happens when you spin it. Exactly, folks. That's after the maul. Garcia goes with the run, and then Gallo. Oh, he's lost it. I think. It is that young bloke again, Janae. Gallo. Thomas Gallo. Was Garcia taken high, though, by Valtini? There's a seatbelt around his shoulder. He rips the ball, but I think he's lost control of it there, surely. He regathers it. I don't know. Stanley said just give it to him. Oh, I can live with that. No clear separation. Okay, just give it to him. Stick with on-field try because it's not conclusive. Honestly, I can live with that. I'm kind of glad that one's not a match-deciding try at the moment, but there you go. Freaking Gallo gets a double. Good on him. $15.32. What about the two high shots? I would have thought the seatbelt one was worthy of a discussion, but apparently not. Folau Fakatava is the second best AB's halfback. Yeah, if he gets New Zealand qualified, I think he probably will be. Especially in terms of like pure distribution, eh? Good call from the TMO. Yeah, they didn't muck around about that one too much either. They kind of got on with it. 17 points to 32. That's looking a bit better on the scoreboard, folks, than, I don't know, like 32-8 or something. Right? 32-17. Double on debut, Tomo, for a prop. How many props get a double on debut? Not many. Not many. Wallabies going backwards. Chiefs number 9 that moved to the Saders. You mean Tahuriorangi? He just couldn't even get a gig at the Chiefs, really. I think so. He kind of fell out of favor. A bit slow, I think. Hey, don't know. Novmom says this is the exact margin she predicted. Wow, you'll be hoping for no more points. Pat says, "G'day, mate. Wallabies need to regroup." Yeah, to be honest, Pat, I'm not enjoying the Pumas' little fight back here. I think it's good for them. I mean, the Wallabies are still pretty comfortably ahead. They've played pretty well, but kind of nice to see the Pumas do something because they've had such a quiet tournament. Never knew Thumbs was 38 years old. Yeah, he's been around for quite some time. It'd be nice to see him finish off the game with a try, eh? Jaco Piper stops blowing his whistle and Argentina score 15 unanswered points session. There you go. There's a certain logic there. Chiefs also lost Kenny Naholo. That is a big blow, isn't it? Was he with like any of the wider training squads or anything before? Or was he only on a Mitre 10 contract? "38 years old is 38 is old for a professional rugby player." Yeah, I'm 38 next week and I feel old as well. So there you go. I'm not even a professional rugby player, and my knees when I pick up the kids and stuff creak and groan and stuff. So there you go. Australia have played against 15 men. Conceded all their points. Alan Wynne Jones. I think Alan Wynne Jones is younger than me. Yeah. Like, ooh, Ikitau. Did he have any hands in that? Anyway. Alan, mate, you're alive. How's it going? 38 years young for South Africa. I guess you got Mornay Steyn. How old is France Steyn? Alan Wynne is 34. Alan Wynne looks double my age. Yeah, but Alan Wynne is significantly, at least a couple of years younger than me, for sure. And Ellen, you did miss Gaz's report. You'll have to go back and watch it. He didn't give many bloodies. Not really. Not many bloodies. Franstein is like 32? No way. He's been around for so long. I guess he started playing professional rugby when he was like 12 or something. So he's 36? Okay. I know he's at least a couple of years younger than me, a year or two. So yeah, Ellen, you did miss the spider. That turned out to be a cockroach. Not here with Gaza. Gaz is now referring to himself as Gazamania. So the internet fame may be going to his head. Don't know. He's loving it. Mornay's 37, Dwayne's 35, Franz is 34. Geez, they're all younger than me. Bit scary. Dwayne is so old. Oh, and Gazza coined a new term. Yes, he did coin the term spin it. He didn't advise any of the teams to run it or to tackle, but he did say that they need to spin it. And since the teams have been spinning it, they have seen the fruit of their labor. Absolutely. I look like 29. Yeah, I put filters on the camera, I guess. Probably. Grant Dexter with the Taiwanese spiders in your neck of the woods, Gazamania. That was JP that coined that term. Thank you, brother. Hope you're going well, man. In Taiwan, still haven't got my hands on any Long Dong beer yet, unfortunately. We'll get there, mate. We will get there. Definitely the filters, man. A lot of people I work with in their 40s look 20s, early 30s. Must be all the radiation. Nice. Nice. Took the boy to the cricket. Oh, nice, man. Did he enjoy it or was he bored? Prediction for the All Blacks Springboks. I picked the All Blacks by like, I don't know, 5 or 10 or something. I figure it'll be tight. I mean, I think the All Blacks handling will be better than it was last week. All Blacks definitely dropped a lot of ball, but then the Springboks fell off a few tackles, so I figure it'll even itself out. He liked hitting the ball to you. Some sixes flying over the fence. Not bad. That's an impressive start. I don't know what I'll do with my son in summer. I have to get him into a sport, maybe cricket. Craig just ordered his dinner from Crispy Chip. Do they do chips? I'm guessing. Not Ben hitting the sixes. Okay. If the All Blacks drop half of what they did last week, we may have a blowout. Yeah. You might be right. But I don't know. I reckon like the Box, I still reckon they're going to pick it up. I can't get it into my head that the All Blacks will just give them a hiding. Pumas have got their under 20s out there, Michael. They do have a fair few young blokes out there. That's true. They got a lot of new faces in their squad. No time to cook too much dinner, fish and chips, Kiwi style, Craig. Not a bad thing, mate. Not a bad thing. Don't you guys have summer rugby? I don't. They might do like touch and stuff, Pat, but I don't think the official rugby season's on. I don't think my local club does anything. I think he could do athletics. Because the club rooms where my son goes to rugby is like an athletics club and a rugby club. I think it's run by the rugby club in winter and the athletics club in summer. It may even be the same bloody people, but it's just like, oh, look at Montoya. That's the slowest line break you've ever seen, but he's still got the same meters. Yeah, but it's split between the two anyway. Oh, it's a card. Hooper. One more chance for the Pumas. Thanks for another good stream. No, Justin, it's been a bit of fun. Like I said, I'm just doing the one stream tonight, which is unusual for me. But yeah, hopefully it's been a bit of fun. No worries, session, mate. Hope you're going good too. My game's not over yet. I'm still in the red. I don't know if the game's over for you guys, but game is still going. Montoya's going to play the 80, poor guy. Can the Pumas get one last score? Sinead says the game's not over. Good. Still going here as well. Natural talent's up for the next one. I'm not going to be here for the next one, mate, but Kiwi Lads should be streaming. G-Man might be streaming. I'm not sure. Forever Sports might be streaming, so there'll definitely be other options if you want to catch a stream. Although those guys, maybe not G-Man so much, but those guys do more commentary than actual just talking bollocks. But anyway. No, I'm not going to stream the next one. I said earlier for some of the guys, like the last couple of weeks when I'm getting like halfway through the second game, I can just feel myself getting weary, And I kind of start. I remember saying during the stream, like, is this game getting boring? And some people in the comments would be like, no. So I know it's me getting like, I don't know, just tired. So I've got to stop being such a downer and actually enjoy the games. And plus, it starts at like 11 o'clock here, so that'll be finishing at 1 in the morning. No longer a young man. But anyway. Pumas Maul, is it going to get one last try, or have the Aussies stopped it? It's going to be a turnover to the Aussies. That's going to be game. That's going to be game. That was pretty good. Enough from the Pumas to show a few positive signs, but still a pretty comfortable win for the Aussies. Some good tries. Hat trick to Kelloway. A couple of tries for the debutant prop, Thomas Gallo. So happy days, folks. I hope you guys are all good. Might be the Spates. Nice food takeaways. You might be right. Maybe I should switch to the Vailima and we can do the double stream next time or something. But anyway, hope you guys are all good. Take care of yourselves, and yeah, I will see you guys again sometime soon. All right. Cheers, everybody.